If you are interested in meditation, new to meditation, a beginner who's just started out in meditation, somebody that has tried meditation before and it hasn't worked out for you, then this video is definitely for you. There's one important thing about meditation that I've learned. This is something that messed me up in the beginning when I was trying to learn how to meditate. So if anyone that's tried meditation and is at the beginning stages of meditation, you can relate to what I'm saying. When you first sit to meditate and you try and quiet your mind, it's always going to be very difficult. You can't focus because you've got too much thoughts going around in your head. You can sit there for 5 minutes, you'll try and meditate, and then you start thinking about washing up, or you start thinking about washing clothes, or the food that you was meant to buy, or what you're gonna have for dinner, or like the maddest thoughts start coming in your head and you get frustrated because you're thinking, oh, I've got to meditate. Why am I thinking these things? But the one important thing that you need to know is all those thoughts are a major part of meditation. So instead of getting frustrated and getting up and leaving your meditation, you're supposed to stay, and every time that your mind wanders back to, oh, food, oh, washing, then it's your job to then bring your mind back to the meditation. Slowly, as you meditate more and more, the thoughts will start to fade away. So the fact that you've got so much thoughts in the beginning is the main reason why you're meditating. And it's your job to practice sitting in all the chaos of all the thoughts and learning how to focus your mind back to the meditation. Meditation is a focusing exercise. The whole purpose of meditation is to learn how to focus your mind and how to reduce all the thoughts that's going on in your head, and to stop letting the thoughts in your head dominate how you feel. So the more you do it, is the better you get at it. This is why for beginners I always recommend that you do a guided meditation. That way it's easier for you to stay focused in the meditation rather than getting distracted by your thoughts. And the more consistent that you are with it, is the faster you will start to see the results. When you're sitting there, it literally doesn't feel like you're doing anything, but energetically you are doing so much. You are fine-tuning your being to different realities. We are multidimensional beings, which means that our consciousness is spread over a vast number of realities that are all happening simultaneously. So just like when you turn on your TV, you put it on one TV channel, you know, even though you're watching that TV channel, you still know that all the other channels are still existing and they're all happening at the same time. Just like a radio, you can tune to one station, but you still know that all the other stations are all still there that you can tune into. This is exactly what our reality is like.
Why do you say all versions of you exist already?
Because every version of you that existed was going to be done on the mental plane. So if you start thinking about your life as being just a mental construct, when I say versions of you, you can take out the word versions and put perspectives. All perspectives of you already exist. So every timeline, every possible reality exists already, as long as you can shift your perspective of yourself to the vibration of that timeline. Meaning there's a version of you that's a FedEx driver, there's a version of you that's a billionaire, there's a version of you that's a professional athlete. It's about you viewing yourself as that intended reality, and then what happens is your consciousness literally jumps to a completely different timeline. So my physical body looks the same, but this life that I'm in right now is on a completely different trajectory than the life that I was in yesterday, because I went back and dealt with all of those things that were keeping me from thinking that this reality was even possible. So this is why I keep telling you, you got to go back in order to go forward. And when you understand this, you can literally create the reality any way that you desire, as long as you can see yourself as that.
We are looking through our eyes at a certain reality, but at the same time, simultaneously, there's a vast number of other realities happening at the same time. And we have the ability to tune our being to different realities, different versions of ourselves. This is how we tune ourselves to become the best version of ourselves.
So now you are seeing right before your eyes the unraveling now of all the existence that you've ever known. The country that you lived in, that you loved so much, and the matrix that's been controlling it is all falling apart. It doesn't matter what others are doing. They're shifting themselves right on up out of here. They don't care. They're just going to another timeline. And you guys think that you're stuck here, but you're not.
Our perception of life changes based off the level our being is vibrating at. We can experience different levels of mind perception, which is basically different realities, different versions of ourselves, different levels to the game. And our emotions are guiding us and letting us know exactly what level we're at. Every single emotion is a completely different reality. And our emotions guide us and let us know where we stand on the emotional scale of reality. This is your emotional guidance system that lets you know what reality you are tuned to. This is a scale of reality. This represents the different dimensions, all the different parallel realities. This is showing you how fast or how slow your being needs to be vibrating to experience these realities. And this represents your consciousness. Every time your emotion changes, your consciousness shifts into different realities, literally. The higher we vibrate is the higher our emotion, and that means we're getting closer and closer to God. The lower our vibration means the slower that we're vibrating, means that we're getting further away from God. You just know because you feel it. You want to look, you're sad, you're depressed, you're down. And when you're high, you feel it, you know what's going on within you. You know when you're high, and you're on a high vibration, you know when you're on a low vibration. But what you don't know is that every time you change your emotions, you are shifting, your consciousness is shifting to a different body, to a completely different reality. That is the power that we have. We are still shifting unknowingly. So even though we still don't know what's happening, we go on a low vibration and we've completely changed our reality. Now we're experiencing stuff on this reality and you didn't realize that you've just shifted from there to there. The minute you get back on a high vibration and you get happy again, you've shifted into a completely different reality. Now all the people that you experience are different, all the circumstances that you're experiencing are different. That's why you've got to control how you feel. You have to control your emotions. If you've got no control over your emotions, then you've got no control over what reality you're experiencing. This is why people in higher places feed us negativity to try and keep us on these low vibrations and stop us from reaching our full potential, from reaching our highest self, from reaching our best version of ourselves. And the best version of ourselves is in connection with God. When we reach our full potential, we then become co-creators with God. It's down to each one of us personally, individually, to raise our vibration, to experience high levels of reality. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can help you raise your vibration. All we can do is help guide you and help give you the correct information that you need to put yourself in a better place. Don't get on a low vibration and think that's it, because it's not. There is so much more to life than what you know. This is why I'm here to do what I do, to help people raise their vibration into higher levels of reality. There's people out there that go on a low vibration and think that's it for life. So they end up committing suicide. They end up being in depression and they stay there, they stay on the medication and they get stuck on in these low realities. When in reality, we don't have to stay in that reality. We can change the channel. We can tune ourselves out of that reality. Meditation is the #1 tool given to us to raise our vibration and experience different realities. The best version of you is already existing. The free you is already existing. You just have to tune to that reality. It's up to you to do the energy work. Nobody can do it for you. So if you want to experience high levels of reality, then I highly suggest that you start meditating today.